This is Go Tiger Astros. Thank you everyone for checking in with this game summary. I wasn't able to be here to do the live play-by-play for the whole game, just the first few innings. And to be honest, I'm glad that I wasn't. It was a shutout, 5-0. The Phillies beat the Astros, as you can see in the Associated Press headline here. Aaron Nola went 7 full innings giving up no runs, and his relievers came in and covered him in the last 2 innings, shutting out the Astros completely. And I believe that the Astros wound up with just around 5 or 6 hits total in the game and weren't able to come up with anything. Verlander didn't look too good in the game. He was a little shaky in the beginning. He managed to squeak through the first couple of innings without giving up anything, but too close for comfort for a team like the Phillies. And sure enough, it came back to bite him with a 3-run homer. He gave up 1 run, and then he gave up a 3-run homer. So just really fast, the Phillies were up 4-0 on the Astros, and from there it was just pretty much over. I do want to give you a really quick game summary just so you can know what happened. I'll go through these really quick. Phillies wound up with 11 hits, Astros 6. No errors for either team. Verlander does get the loss in this one. And basically in the third inning, that's where it all went off the rails. I told you that Verlander got off to a shaky start in the first couple of innings, but in the third inning, Trey Turner singled to right field, and that scored Hayes. That was the first run of the game. But then right after that, with 2 runners on, Castellanos hit a homer to left field, 397 feet. That made it 4-0. The Phillies added 1 more run with a double to left field by Bohm, scoring Hayes, and 5-0 is where it moved up to, and that's where it would stay for the rest of the game. Astros do basically nothing, and Altuve did not actually have a bad game. He went 2 for 4, but he was stranded a couple of times. Bregman was 0 for 4. Alvarez was 1 for 4. Diaz was 0 for 4. Singleton 0 for 2. Whitcomb came in and pinch hitted for Singleton. He was 0 for 1. Pena was 0 for 4. Gamel was 1 for 3. DeCenzo was 0 for 1. I mean, it's just a bunch of 0 4s. 0 for 1, 0 for 2, 0 for 3, 0 for 4. The Astros just were not hitting the ball. I thought they would, and I was completely wrong. I just felt that Nola was due to have a big game against him, but unfortunately it was the opposite. He had a big game against the Astros. Jake Myers went 1 for 3. Dubon went 1 for 3. Pretty funny that Dubon, despite getting shaken up from hitting the wall the other day, was one of the few guys with a hit. Verlander went 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, only had 3 strikeouts, and his ERA is now up to 4.16. So his ERA has gone up. Taylor Scott came in for 1 inning. He gave up a hit, but no runs, 2 strikeouts. He did pretty well when he came in. Ferguson, the guy who is a little shaky in my opinion, I'm always a little nervous when he comes in. He pitched 2 innings, but he gave up 3 hits and another run. So there you go. The Astros now have lost 6 of their last 10. All right, let me double check that because I just want to make sure. I want you guys to see this. Okay, if you look over here on the left side, this is the Astros 2024 schedule. This is the recent schedule. Of course, the next game tomorrow is right here at the top. And if you look at the next games here, the next 10 games, or the last 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So starting from right here, the Astros have 1, 2, 3, 4 wins and 6 losses in the last 10 games. That's terrible. Just 4 wins in the last 10 games. They can't be doing this. You can't go to the playoffs and get to the World Series playing like this. They dropped 2 games against the Orioles that they should have won. The relievers and terrible defensive plays cost them those games. They gave up a game that they should have won against the Red Sox. Just those 3 games there would have put them at 7 out of 10 instead of being 4 out of 10. But let's take a look at the game tomorrow. Tomorrow's game for me here in Hiroshima, Japan, starts at 5:05 in the morning, so I should be able to call that entire game. I'll be up doing the live play-by-play, so I hope you can join me for that. Spencer Arrighetti is scheduled to be on the mound, as you can see here. He'll be facing Taijuan Walker. I'm not sure exactly how you say that name, but Arrighetti has been doing really, really well. He's 6-11. His record doesn't really show what he's been doing recently, but I feel confident with him being on the mound, especially against this guy. Look at Walker's record in ERA. He's 3 for 5, but his ERA is 6.26. So if the Astros can't hit against this guy, then, are we going to have to hang it up for the season? I mean, they can't be dropping an entire series to anybody. And if they can't play a decent team like the Phillies and win at least one game, then they have no business being in the playoffs, in my opinion. But we'll see. Maybe they do something tomorrow. Arrighetti has the strength to give the Astros a chance in this game, so as long as he keeps the Phillies under a few runs, then we should have a chance to score, especially against this pitcher. But that's really all I have to say today. I appreciate you guys joining me and checking out this game reaction and preview for the next game. The last game in the series, Game 3, tomorrow, will be, I'm not sure what your local time is, but for me it's 5:05 in the morning here in Japan. But I hope to see you there, and until then, I'll just say, go Stros!